Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a pretty quick stream. It's by request. I uploaded a few days ago just a short of a brawl object 7772 versus a concept 1B. I had a few people saying, hey, where's the full replay? So I thought, why not? I would upload the full replay to the channel. Sorry, before we get started, just got to unholster my weapon. It's a bit uncomfortable. There we go. So, yeah, this is a really, really great tank. Just to show you what I've been up to in it. I haven't played a tremendous number of battles, 65% win rate with close to 3k average damage, which for me is pretty good. So I'm a huge, huge fan of this tank. If we have a look, where the hell are the stats? Where have the stats gone? Yeah, so we can see it's 2,400 HP. It's pretty decent armor-wise. I mean, the numbers are not great, but I found that I can pick up some good bounces. The profile seems to work quite well for jinking shots out of the enemy. DPM for heavium is superb, 2,870. It's not the best, but for me, with the armor profile, the mobility, it's a very, very workable, versatile heavium tank. Alpha's not too bad, 430 on your AP, 370 on the heat. Heat's not my favorite ammunition, but it does mean that you can kind of deal with face huggings from super heavies and those pain in the ass TDs. Pretty good. Gun depression of 6 degrees, dispersion's not terrible. 45 forwards, 12 reverse. It's just, for me, it's the perfect heavium in the sense that it's kind of an all-rounder. There's nowhere where you feel like you're caught short. Just the issue is you're not really a master of any particular scenario, in my opinion. So let's have a look. The consumables that I run on this, adrenaline, this is my standard loadout for pretty much any heavy tank. Adrenaline, multi-purpose restoration pack, and the repair kit. Provisions take the top 3, why not? Ammunition, a nice sort of a, not a 3-2-1 ratio, but leaning into the AP, slightly less heat, and slightly less high explosives. Equipment, running the calibrated shells, defense system, improved optics, enhanced gun laying drive, enhanced armor. You might get some more mileage, 96 HP on the approved assembly, but for me, I think that chance, even a 3% chance of bouncing shots, I think that one's more sort of arguable for the toss. In terms of control versus accelerator, accelerators for me always works best. We're taking more consumables that are one use rather than duration use, so the consumable delivery system makes most sense. It's a heavy tank, so the toolbox is of course our go-to. And since coming back to the game, I've realized, or I've been informed, didn't realize, I was told, that the V-stabs have really taken a hit, and actually refined gun seems to be the way to go. Certainly this is what I use, and it was fine. So this is my sort of my standard heavy tank loadout. So let's just see if we can bring up the replay here. Replays, favorites, and what I want to do is just kind of talk you through. I'll get my face out of the way. Just sort of talk you through this game. We're on Black Goldville. If we have a look at the teams, we can see that we've got a light tank advantage. So it's 2 mediums apiece. We've got a light tank, and they've got an extra heavy tank, which is pretty... These teams are quite balanced. In terms of the tank composition, at least, I'm always happy when our team has got a medium light tank advantage. I much prefer playing on Black Goldville. Of course, it's the top left of the minimap. This is the medium flank playing up into the cave system up at the top there, where the bat chat is just marked 200 meters away from our position. It's an encounter game, so there's no sort of cap pressure. I'm the only heavy tank on our team, so my decision here is to try and push forwards, insulate our team against any enemies that might be pushing up, look to take maybe a bit of the heat, let the TDs, the mediums, and the light tank get off some damage without taking too much fire in return. didn't react quickly enough on the enemy 907. RU16 is the player. He's making a rotation. I don't think I'm going to have the option to deal with him. I'm mindful that there, of course, will quite likely be at least one of the 3 TDs from the enemy team in their spawn corner. So I won't chase. First shot off from the game, the VZ113 takes a hit. I should have really rolled HE into the 4005. Wasn't on my sharpest there, but I'm going to keep the pressure. Looking for a shot, don't quite get it, but I do hit the track, which is good. So again, I'm still taking this insulating roll. I want to be at the front. Now the VZ113 GFT is down. That's a bit of a meta TD at the moment. I didn't notice at the time, but I can see that our tanks, we're kind of stacking into the corner. We're not pushing out and occupying space into their spawn or moving into the city. And so I make the conscious decision to push forwards. I take a hit from the enemy VZ75. I don't need to push the 4005 there because I know that my team's going to wrap it up. We've done 2 shots worth of damage into the 4005. It's a good trade so far, HP-wise. It's not fantastic, but we're cooking. The Progetto 65 is putting pressure on our team, and this is what I'm now consciously aware that the enemy are going to wrap us and pincer us in the top right-hand corner by the red 1 and 2. So I'm looking to do any sort of damage that I can on this enemy medium. It's quite a dangerous tank in terms of our team's position. Looking for the shot. Don't have the best accuracy. We'll try and lead the shot here. Do manage to connect with the Progetto. We're 2 guns to 1 up. That's going to change pretty soon. At this point in the game, I recall feeling pretty confident. Thought we had it in the bag. Now you can see the Progetto 65. He's moving hard. If you check the minimap and there, I know he's going to hustle across here for the relocation. Pre-aiming, connect the shot. 378. It's a low roll on the AP, but it's not too bad. Now I'm in a not panic situation, but we're at 2 for 2. Our team's kind of in a dodgy situation. So I'll engage the VC75. I'm going to rely on the TDs by the red 2 to kind of hold the back line. This tank hits really hard. He's hit us already for a big chunk of damage. Get the fire on. I was actually tapping the adrenaline button earlier in the game. I didn't connect. To be honest, I got lucky there. We're talking about a few parts of a second, and that BZ-75 would have put that last shot into his rear armor into the dirt instead. I'm going to chase the BZ. We're pushing. We at this point in the game, I'm quite happy with my performance. The trade's good. We're 3 for 3. We're looking at almost a 4K game, which for me is very good at tier 10, I have to say. I'm not super pro, so any time that I get above 4K, whether it's win or lose, oof, and that's a shot from the 268, which will be our nemesis you'll see later on. I'm happy over 4K. The 907's back. Medium tank. I took a snapshot. Luckily, the Hori shuts him down. That is pretty key. If the Hori hadn't connected that shot, this game would have gone very differently. I tell the Hori to fall back. It's not quite enough. I was trying to move my tank in front to shield him versus the 1B. Now, this is sort of the start of the short that I shared earlier. I'm aware that I'm basically at a 2-to-1 HP disadvantage at the beginning of this brawl. I'm fully expecting at this point to lose. And I need to have a look at the Concept 1B pen numbers, because I'm fully expecting to lose. Now the 1B, his track reverse kicks in. I pull the shot out, putting it onto that troll front plate of the Object 777. And I'm just pushing. When I got the HP advantage, I decided to push. Max roll, making up for the low rolls earlier, which is good. Nice little defensive turn on my part. Now the Concept 1B, he was shooting every time he had a shell in the chamber, wasn't looking for the perfect angle or guaranteed pen. If he'd been a bit more patient with his shots, he should probably have won that brawl. And we'll have a look at his stats after the battle, because he's not. I was wondering like whether how new a player he was in a tier 10 collector. Now I make a mistake here because in my mind the encounter cap is where the Supremacy B is, so I'm expecting the 268 to be in the ditch. I didn't think I'd get spotted here. I eat a tremendous amount of damage, 680, and that puts me on a one-shot versus the 268. So I am now, I've come out of a brawl which I thought I was going to lose. into a situation where I thought I was going to be on top, and now I'm on the back foot again, and that was definitely a mistake on my part. But I'm going to use the bush, the soft cover hull down position here to try and peek the 268. Duke managed to put the shot onto the strong front armor of the 777, and I'm just looking. I know I've got him pipped on the reload, and I managed to lock in the final kill. And that for me, it's the best game I've played since I've been back in the last couple of months. So I hope that you enjoyed the replay. It felt good. It felt good, not gonna lie, to get back into the hot seat with a mastery badge at last, at long last. Of course, you can pick up mastery badges in the test tanks, but that's not a good metric for skill. Yeah, so this is the 268. I think was not a superb player, but the Concept 1B, 82, almost 83,000 battles at near 55%. So I think I'm curious. I'd be curious. I need to check the Concept 1B's overall performance metric. But yeah, so that is pretty much. That's the full replay. I'm sorry if my commentary was annoying. You might have preferred to watch that without the commentary. So what I'll try and do is just upload just a clean replay of that battle. But I'm really enjoying this tank. It's certainly one of my favorite Russian heavies at tier 10. It for me, it seems to be in a sweet spot. It kind of suits my preferred style of play of being a bit faster, a bit more aggressive to the front line, with the option and the mobility to relocate if needs be, and also brawl with the mediums. So, thank you for watching, and what I will try and do, actually, I might try and do it at the end of another stream, is show you the map inspector from that replay. It's not super important because it's a heavy tank, so the view range wasn't really critical on our part. But thank you for tuning in. Hope you're having a lovely day. I look forward to seeing you here again soon. Thank you very much, and bye for now.